I just got home from a funeral. I've had a student. I had him from the time he was 7, and then, well, he's now 21 or 22, I think. I always gave him his lesson in his home when he was a child, and was very impressed with the family. It was a very special family. They were from Burma. They are from Burma. Originally from Persia. And the 2 grandmothers and 1 grandfather lived in one house. I had never seen any family culture like that in this country. They had preserved a close familial structure that, well, first kind of almost made me nervous. I felt sorry for that little boy. He was so doted on. But in a way that I found very healthy and unusual, extremely unusual. The 2 grandmothers cooked all day. And I was always sent away with, in addition to my fee, a bag of food that they had cooked. And it usually lasted me 2 or 3 days. They were fantastic cooks. And he was with me until he was maybe 12 or 13. 7 years, I think, he studied with me. And then he just grew up and quit. So one of the grandmothers just died, and I was told about the funeral, so I went to the funeral today, or I went to the cemetery. I've never seen a service like that. They're Muslim. I think their practice is Sufism. The casket was wood, and it was thin. It was like maybe, a 1/4 of an inch. Well, it must have been 1/2 inch thick wood, covered with a green, felt like fabric. It came in the hearse. There were a lot of people there, lots of Persians and lots of Burmese. I didn't know anybody, really. I just knew the family. I took this umbrella. I got this umbrella in Burma. It's very, very beautiful. It's a monk's umbrella. And I thought it was probably going to be sunny there outside, so I'm going to need some shade. I didn't want to wear a hat, so I took my umbrella. The casket arrived and was set. It's a new section of the cemetery, and it seems to be mainly devoted to those of Muslim faith in that area. So, because I saw a lot of the tombstones that showed that. They put the casket on a sort of gurney-like thing, and opened it, which surprised me. And there was no shade there. It was sunny. And I saw Khadija, tiny, really tiny, but the sun beating down on her face, so I gave my umbrella to her son so that he could put it over her face. Then they moved the casket, they carried it. All these men carried it, like 10 men on their shoulders. They carried it over to the grave, which was wide and deep. Words were spoken, and they lowered it into the bottom of the grave, and opened it again, so you could see her face. And some man, three men went down inside the grave and spoke and gave prayers, and I heard her son-in-law, saying to one of the men down there, he was sort of giving him the directions of what to do, and they put dirt on her, he said, put dirt on her cheek. I've never seen anything like that. I think that's so moving. Then they closed it, and more words were spoken, and then people threw in clods of dirt and flowers. Throughout that whole thing, I found a great use for my umbrella, because I could put it over her daughter, my Safa's mother, and his grandfather, and give them some shade. Well, I took that umbrella, this umbrella, which I wouldn't even have if I didn't know them, and they had always said, you must go to Burma, you have to go to Burma. That's why I went to Burma and stayed 2.5 months. Some days are so rich